Hey, what's up guys, how is it going on? Thank you so much for clicking the video. I am Ayrus and welcome back to another Clash of Clans video, and today I'm going to be talking about Dark Elixir farming. So you pretty much know Dark Elixir is really precious. It's really hard to get Dark Elixir, and if you're in Channel 7 you know how Dark Elixir actually works. It's much stronger than that of the Elixir troops, and it's much hard to get Dark Elixir as well. So I'm going to split up the guide into three main parts. First of all, you can collect resources, and I'm going to talk about that, and then you're going to speak about protecting the resources, what you can do to get more resources, and then the third one will be obviously protecting the resources with the help of some bases and all that. So before I start the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do that right now. Also make sure to click on the bell notification icon to get notified when I put in new Clash of Clans content. So yeah, if you're in Channel 7 you know actually how it actually works, but you had the drill, the Elixir drill, the Dark Elixir drill, and you know pretty much it's not going to give you much. And if you think that once you upgrade it to channel level 8 or 9 you can get additional 2 more, and channel 10 as well you can get an additional 2 more, so you have, by the end of channel 10 you're gonna have 3 Dark Elixir drills. And to be honest, you're not gonna get much out of those drills. You barely get enough. It's just enough for training, and it's gonna remain the same if you're just training and getting the loot. So the first thing you can do is probably upgrade the drills, but it's not that worth, right? So I'm gonna talk about some things what you can do. So first of all, if you're farming Dark Elixir, of course if you're in channel 7 or 8 I would say push up to 1,800 to 2,400 trophies depending on how you actually raid. You want to stay in this range if you're in channel 7 or 8, and it goes above if you're in channel 9, 10 and 11. So you kind of increase the trophies if you're much higher than channel 8 or 9. So what you would say is make sure you go as high as you can and make sure you get as much Dark Elixir as possible. So let's take for example, if you're training 20 minions, depending on the level it's going to cost you 100 to around 200 of Dark Elixir. So that's around 20% of your Dark Elixir that you actually spend on an attack. So avoid using Dark Troops for a certain amount of time until you're actually farming Dark Elixir, and that way you can protect a lot of loot. And also make sure you avoid the spells. Remember, until 2015 we used just Elixir spells that actually worked for us as well. We actually won attacks even though we didn't have Dark Elixir troops. Now that's the same case over here. Without Dark Elixir spells we're gonna win this as well. So you can protect the loot apart from collecting. Collecting just gives a little amount of loot Dark Elixir for you, but once it comes to protecting your Dark Elixir you can make sure that you are farming, you are attacking, and your main concern is Dark Elixir. And make sure that you remember that your town hall has 20% of the Dark Elixir inside the town hall. So you want to make sure that the Dark Elixir storage is in the core, it's in the middle, protecting there and hiding from all of that threats which you can actually see from attackers. So you make sure that you keep the Dark Elixir in the middle as well. So make sure you keep the town hall and the Dark Elixir in the middle, the drills as well if you can possibly can. So also the next tip can be with the help of revenge. Yes, revenge is a way where you know that the opponent is trying to attack for your Dark Elixir. In that way there's a possibility that the opponent, the revenger, is actually having more elixir as he farms for Dark Elixir. So let's say for suppose there is a revenge on you, you probably go and see his base and see if he has some decent amount of Dark Elixir. There are high chances that he might have Dark Elixir because he is farming for it. He came into your attack on your base, so that means that he is hunting for Dark Elixir, and if you're in the right time you might get a high amount of Dark Elixir on that revenge. So the next tip can be with the help of doing some background training of the Dark Elixir troops. So once your troops are actually ready, in the background you can keep in some minions, some hogs, some walkers, whatever you can possibly have which takes high amount of Dark Elixir, and just save that up. And that way you can save up Dark Elixir. The resources are stored in the barracks, and make sure you remove that before you go for an attack, or you'll completely fail on that next attack and you'll of course lose a lot of Dark Elixir. So before you go for an attack make sure you remove that. So make sure you queue up the barracks with high amount of Dark Elixir troops. Make sure you fill it up and in that way you can protect the Dark Elixir from opponents being attacked on your base. So the next step will be obviously doing a right base. Now I will be displaying you some screenshots that I've actually used, and they pretty much worked for me on my journey from Channel 7 to Channel 10 and 11. So it's really working out for me. So these are the bases, so just check it out. They're awesome. You need to try them out if you are in any of these Channel 11. So yeah guys, it's really hard to farm Dark Elixir. I've been to that stage as well. To upgrade your king or queen, it's really going to take a lot of elixir, Dark Elixir. So make sure you actually use these tips. The collecting method is not that effective, but it definitely helps you in some or the other way, at least to train your troops. And the next step will be probably protecting your loot. Make sure you put in the Dark Elixir in the middle, and then after that you can probably make sure you put in your troops in the barracks, put it in the queue, and in that way you're saving some elixir. And make sure that the opponents are not attacking that resource. And also you can have a perfect base that helps you save your Dark Elixir. Now of course you want to keep this in mind, that if you're protecting your Dark Elixir, of course you're going to lose some gold and elixir, also some trophies. So you want to make sure you forget about something. You need to forget about gold, elixir, and what is that, trophies, in order to gain Dark Elixir. So make sure you follow this guide. Hopefully I helped. You can just copy any of these bases. If you're in Channel 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I have these bases. And thank you so much for watching guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do that right now. I'm Ayrus, and I'll be seeing you the next time. Until then, goodbye.